College sports pushes athletes to their limits, but risk of serious injuries like concussions, torn ligaments, and chronic joint damage is alarmingly high. Many student athletes face long-term health consequences that can affect their careers and quality of life. Understanding these risks and adopting better safety measures can protect players from life-altering injuries. The community must take action to ensure young athletes receive care, training, and resources needed to compete safely. Today we have Danae Gore coming to explain more about this. She's an undergraduate student in STEM, and she is going to talk about the hidden dangers of college sports, shocking injury stats, and how to stay safe. Thank you very much for your attention. If there are any questions, save them to the end, and Danae, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Ruffin, for that introduction. I'm so excited to be here talking and sharing with you guys today. As he just said, I will be talking about athletic training and injury prevention. My name is Danae Gore. I'm a health science major in my second year of college, and I attend Virginia Union University. I hope to receive my bachelor's and master's degree in health science and become an athletic trainer. I want to pursue this career because I want to work in an athletic environment while simultaneously helping people. And I think this career will be a good fit for me because I personally have played sports my entire life, and I want to contribute to the evolving world of sports while also helping better athletes as sports continue to evolve. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of different topics. We're going to start with career paths and methods, potential fields and job opportunities available for people wanting to become athletic trainers, the required schooling and education, and then we're going to talk a little bit about kind of the behind the scenes and what happens after you've become an athletic trainer, talking about injuries specifically in collegiate athletes, why injury prevention is important, and ways to decrease the amount of athletic injuries happening, and then we will wrap it all up. To start, opportunities for people like me who aren't certified athletic trainers yet. There are still a lot of opportunities you can get involved with in sporting events of all ranges, games, tournaments, showcases, all kinds of things, getting in touch with coaches in your area and teams in your area, also getting in touch with your school's personal athletic trainer to get involved with the hands-on training and to get an idea of what it looks like to be an athletic trainer. You can also participate with NATA, or the National Association of Athletic Training, which is dedicated to further developing the profession and its growth. You can get involved with them via social media or their website and become an official member. Athletic training is sometimes misunderstood as just taping, wrapping, and icing, but athletic training can be, or you can work as specialists under athletic training. You can work in injury prevention and treatment, rehabilitation. You can work at a sports medicine clinic, in high schools, colleges, and even in the military. The base salary for an athletic trainer is around $58,000, but for somebody who wants to work in a professional sports field, an NFL trainer can make around $75,000, but depending on your state and the level that you work at, let's, for example, say Washington, D.C., or the head trainer of an NBA team, you can make around $100,000 annually. And there are no specific requirements to become an athletic trainer for a professional team, for a college. It's all about your personal connections and your experience. To backtrack a little, the schooling and required education. To become an athletic trainer, you are required to take 4 years of education or obtain your bachelor's degree, and you can choose to obtain your master's in another 1 to 3 years. Once you have received your degree, you have to take your BOC exam, or your Board of Certification exam, and that will cover the five main elements of athletic training, which are injury prevention, evaluation, emergency care, treatment, and professional responsibility. You are allowed to retake your BOC exam if you do not pass on the first try after a 90-day period, or up to 5 times per year. However, the exam does cost $285. There's a registration fee and an application fee, But if you are a NATA member, your application fee is reduced. And after taking and passing your BOC exam, depending on your state of residence, there may be further education that needs to be completed, but most states just require you to apply for your AT license. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the behind the scenes and injury prevention and why it's important. Injury prevention is important for a lot of reasons. Most injuries are recoverable, but not every injury that an athlete may receive can be undone or can be fixed. Safety is a huge concern. Collisions can happen accidentally or purposefully. Many injuries can also happen internally within the body. There's no definite way to prevent an injury, but there's also no way to anticipate that an injury is going to happen or know that one is going to occur. Um, Injury prevention can maximize your performance and athletic ability, but certain sports, such as basketball or soccer, are at a much higher risk due to their rapid stop and go motions, jumping, landing, hitting the ground. High-speed movements like this are a lot rougher on the internal joints and muscles in your body and are a lot more prone to causing injury. The most common injuries found in high-level athletes are to the lower extremities, so your thighs, calves, knees, ankles, and feet. Female athletes are also a lot more prone to injury because of their different anatomy. Women have wider hips, looser ligaments, and they also have hormone distribution such as estrogen and your menstrual cycle. All of these can affect the stability of your muscles and ligaments in the female body. Um, Also, a majority of injuries happen outside of the designated season time. 13.8 out of every 1,000 injuries happen during a game. 4 out of every 1,000 happen during a practice, but preseason injury statistics are significantly higher than both in-season and postseason combined. And a lot of these injuries are happening due to the lack of knowledge around injury prevention and injury prevention techniques. Injury prevention is very important. Here pictured, we can see an anatomical picture of the knee, and it focuses on the four main ligaments of your knee, which are your anterior cruciate ligament, your posterior cruciate ligament, your lateral collateral ligament, and your medial collateral ligament. These four ligaments are all in charge of your knee mobility, how you walk, run, sit, stand, how your knee functions and moves. The ACL tear or an ACL injury is probably one of the most commonly known injuries and one of the most common that occurs. Once your ACL ligament is damaged, it can never be repaired. It can be replaced, but it can never be repaired. Surgeons can take the semitendinous tendon or muscle, which is your hamstring in the back of your thigh, and replace your ACL where it will be screwed back into your knees. Surgery is done to ensure stability within the knee, but it can never promise that your knee will fully function or function the same as it originally did. The recovery process for this surgery can be around 6 to 12 months, depending on a person's age, health, activity levels, and their personal injury history. And it is a lot more likely in adolescents ages 11 to 18, most likely due to the rapid internal changes in the hormone releases happening within the body, which is puberty. Um, the surgery can averagely cost around $15,000, again, depending on your insurance and your state where you live. It can cost anywhere from $9,500 to $26,000. $26,000 surgery. And again, it can never ensure that you will be the same athlete or same person that you once were. It can just ensure that you will be able to walk again, essentially. Um, Now we're going to talk about injury prevention and ways that we can prevent injuries in our everyday lives. The importance of warming up before being active is pretty much common knowledge. I think everybody knows that you have to do some kind of warm up, stretching, jogging, something before you do physical activity. But what people don't understand is that your cool down is just as important. What you do to take care of your body after being active, especially vigorous activity, is so, so important. Taking care of your muscles, stretching, rolling out, all of those things are very, very important. neuromuscular training, which improve your agility, your takeoff, your landing, quick left-right motions, flexibility and mobility training. And one of the best ways to prevent injury is through strength and agility training. It's very important to build muscles and tendons and strengthen naturally weaker and more vulnerable areas of your body, such as your shoulders, your knees, your ankles, your elbow, things like that. There are no muscles built up there. It's your tendon connecting your bones. So it's important to work those areas so to decrease the chances of an injury. It's also important to take care of your body, how you fuel it, hydration, proper protein, a well-balanced diet. People who attend the gym, rest and recovery days. Avid gym goers, making sure that you not only have a rest day within your schedule, but making sure that you evenly space out what days and how you're working each specific muscle group. You can overwork your muscles to the point of a tear. You you have to make sure that you're evenly working your muscles, um, not only on both sides of your body, but up and down, making sure that you're working your legs as much as you're working your arms, as equal to your back and your abs, all of those things. Arguably, the most important injury prevention is advocating and listening to your own body. If you are someone who is active, and you are doing an activity and something doesn't feel right, there's clicking, there's pain, you can't do this full motion the way you usually do, that is a sign that you need to stop doing what you're doing and advocate to yourself. Go talk for yourself, go talk to a professional, get get an outside opinion because there's no way to really know what is going on internally with your body. You can feel things, but there's no way to for sure know what is happening inside of you. So that those are all very, very important injury prevention techniques. To wrap up everything that we just kind of talked about, oh, sorry. To wrap up everything that we just kind of talked about, athletic training is a very diverse field. There's a lot that goes into it. And injury prevention is a very, very important thing. Some current athletes that advocate and also practice injury prevention are athletes like LeBron James and Serena Williams. Victor Wembanyama actually practices his mobility training on the court before a game, regardless of who's there. He makes sure to take care of his body. Other athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo are all great examples of people who advocate and are trying to expose more people to the importance of taking care of your body, not only on a daily basis, but also just to ensure better health, a longer lived life. And there's so many benefits to properly taking care of yourself, regardless if you're currently active, if you want to be active in the future, or if you're just kind of interested in taking better care of yourself. I personally plan to um, act on a lot of the things I learned while doing this presentation, and I hope that I could teach you guys some things too. I hope that there's some things that you all can take away from this, regardless if this can be applicable for athletes, coaches, athletic trainers, anybody who's working in some kind of active field. Something in this presentation can be applied to your job or your everyday life. So I hope I could help with that. And thank you all so much for listening and tuning in. I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you so much.